The Democrat Party is fucking dumb. And I'm explaining to you why. They don't do even the simplest amount of research. Democrats are robots. They do as they told. They say what they're told to say. Let me give y'all an example. This is Mike. Mike, allow me to introduce myself. I am the director of the Department of Goofy Detection and Prevention. And you, Mike, you guessed it, are a fucking goofy. Now, Mike here posts a picture of the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. And he says, in quotations, the Secretary of War, as if that's not what he is. All right, goofy. We already talked about that. Pete Hegseth cosplays as an armed member of the U.S. military. Cosplays. Now, if you want to think it's cringy, that's one thing. But cosplays. As if he didn't retire as a major. You know what? We're going to put that on pause. You see, Mike here is a fucking goofy, and Mike gets paid to say this kind of shit. But what about your average, everyday Democrat robot? He is playing a soldier and having the time of his life. Real soldiers looking on. Ma'am, I'm not saying you the dumbest person on this planet, but you better hope the dumbest person don't die. Word to Kennedy. He would be the first guy to shit his pants if he's ever found himself on a two-way firing range. Everything with these people, what do you mean these people? Take it out my check. Everything with these people come down to pretending to be something they're not and never could be, because none of them were willing to sacrifice and put in the work. It's an insult to people in uniform. I mean, we dealing with the bronze medalists for the Special Olympics. If only Sec War had spent time in the infantry and deployed to war in the Middle East, he wouldn't have to cosplay. If only you would get off your knees, your neck wouldn't have to be that strong. Now, why am I saying all this? Because a simple internet search would have kept y'all from looking like fucking goofies. Let's talk to my boy Grok. Pete Hegseth joined the Minnesota Army National Guard in 2003 after graduating from Princeton. He served as an infantry officer, deploying to Guantanamo Bay, Iraq as a platoon leader, and Afghanistan teaching counterinsurgency. He rose to major, earning 2 Bronze Stars, a combat infantryman badge, and other awards. He left the Guard in 2021. Let's recap. Real soldiers looking on. If he ever found himself on the two-way firing range, none of them were willing to sacrifice and put in the work. If only he spent time in the infantry and deployed to the Middle East. Dumb as a bucket of fucking shrimp. They are fucking copycats, mockingbirds, robots. These are the same fucking goofies that want to knock down a fascist regime and take your guns away. It'll never shock me how y'all can be so confidently fucking stupid. Love, peace, and chicken grease.